back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace, and today is actually Tuesday, May 31st. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. You can keep up to date with what I get up to during the week. I also have show notes, so the links to things that I will be talking about hopefully will be linked in the show notes. If I happen to forget anything, you are more than welcome to ask me a question, send me a message, or if you just want to say hello, that is also wonderful. I also work at a yarn shop. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and I will leave all the various social medias and website information, all the places, so you can check us out either online or in person, or both. Today is Tuesday. Today's not Monday. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and so I took the day off and spent time with Sam and Sam's family, and it was wonderful. And so I'm recording very early this morning because I have things to do, and I have errands to run and people to see, and we're just gonna do a really short episode this morning. So I do apologize for this length. I'm gonna try and keep it pretty short because I do not have the time today. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. If you like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, whatever it may be, I will be doing laundry later, but I haven't gotten it started yet. Whatever it is, I hope it is bringing you joy and rest. I hope it's not as hot where you are as it is where I am, but that's okay, you know? It is what it is. Thank goodness for air conditioning. Anyway, if you like to grab any of those or do any of those things or none of those things or whatever brings you joy, and you can come back and join me for some craft and chit. So, I have summer recording plans. I mentioned last week that I am planning on like just not, I don't know, what am I trying to say? I got distracted. I was looking at the time on my phone. I'm going to be recording every other week in the summer starting at the beginning of June. So next episode will come out on, I will look it up. Next episode will be out on the 15th of June, which works out very well because I'm actually going to go see my parents. I'm going to go fly to Colorado and hang out with them for the weekend and my little nephew, and I'm so excited, and we will be going to the yarn shop. So it actually works out very well because I will have just gotten back next week and we'll have a lot of things to do, so I probably will not have time to do this. Which is this exact reason why I'm taking this summer break. So I apologize again for the cutting down of episodes, but I'm excited for my summer. And I do apologize for the length of this episode. We're going to go through things quickly because I have to go soon. Everyone, I finished my test knit. I currently don't have any test knits on my needles, and I am also discovering I have multiple mosquito bites on my legs, and I'm going to try and not scratch them while I record because they're itchy. It's that time of year, yay! So the test knit I finished. The secret one that I can't tell you about, probably can't tell you about for a long time, but that's okay, it's done. The ends are not clipped yet, and there are a few that need to be woven in, but for the most part, they're all woven in. I need to get a big button. I am over the moon with how it looks. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I love it. It is so exciting. And yeah, I'm sorry to like tease you with all this information, but just be patient. It will come to you eventually. I promise. But for right now, it has to remain a secret. But all I can tell you is that it's just incredible and amazing. And I can't wait for everyone to experience this beautiful knit item. So that's done. And I finished it and it was like, oh wow, this is just like freed up so much time. Goodness gracious. I seamed it up really quick. The seaming, there was some seaming involved and it didn't really take hardly any time at all, and it was really easy, and I was so proud of myself because I don't remember the last time I seamed something and it turned out amazing. To pat myself on the back for that one, that was really good. I did a good job. I did very good. So I then worked on other projects that I had, and also I have a new cast on, which involves a knit along and crochet along, a make along, a fiber fun along that Pearly Girls is doing, which I will discuss later. But first of all, let's talk about this thing because it's probably the most looking like something. Here's my O-band cardigan, everyone. I finished the body, the fronts, and then I also happened to finish an entire sleeve. I don't know how that happened, but it did, and it just goes back to what I talked about last week of like, I am putting so much time into some big test knit thing, and then when it's done, like there's all this extra knitting energy that has to go somewhere and then gets put into these other projects, which is really great. And I would like to carry on that motivation and that momentum for a while, but it usually dissipates after a while, but that's okay. I will take it while I have it. So yeah, this is my O-band cardigan by Thea Coleman. This is a worsted weight bottom up cardigan. It's got all over cables. It's got pockets. It will have a shawl collar. And the cables on the sleeves are just on the top, which makes the decreasing very easy. I am very appreciative of that. I am using Knit Picks Simply Wool Worsted in the Wilhelmina colorway. And all I have left is the other sleeve, the shawl collar, which in theory shouldn't take too long. It's not massive by any means. And then finishing up my pockets, which I don't think there's very much left to do with those. But we all know the second sleeve goes quicker, so I am looking forward to that. And I mean, this sleeve really went by super quickly as well, so because it's the same cabled pattern and I know it by heart so well at this point. This sweater has been on my needles since 2019. I have read and reread and memorized and rememorized this cable pattern many times between the span of now and 2019, but it's getting done before August because that will mark it being 3 years on my needles, and we don't want that. So it won't be any problem if it is for whatever reason if I don't make it, but yes. This is my O-band cardigan. I've made good progress. I'm loving it. Super squishy. Can't wait to wear it. So yes. And I've also started doing this thing recently that I would recommend to you if you like using specific progress keepers and stitch markers with certain projects but don't necessarily want to put them away. You can attach them as a little bundle to your project. That way they're always available to you while you're working on said project. So you may not need all of them at a certain moment, but they're all there for you to use. And now they're all turning backwards, but I have my Hand Stitch Life pizza progress keeper. I've got this cat stitch marker and some other ones. It just makes things easy because I have tins and little containers of stitch markers and progress keepers everywhere. And most of the time, if I put them away, I forget which ones I put them into. So when I want to use them again, to go with a certain project, I then cannot find them. Which that is definitely a me problem, but it's just really convenient if you attach them to the project itself and then they're all ready to go. Or you could put them in the project bag that you are currently using, or attach them to the zipper or anything like that, but I didn't have that in the moment, so I attached it to the actual piece and it works great. So that is that. I then also worked on my Weekender Light by Andrea Mowry. I am so close to being done with the front, either the front or the back. And then moving forward, this doesn't really look like anything. Then moving forward with the other side and then connecting the two. We have a split hem. It's great. I apologize if I sound congested. My allergies are not great this morning. Excuse me. I'm getting ready to sneeze. One moment. Anyway, apologies. I'm using Be Teal My Heart by Heathered Handmaids on her simple sock base. This is what it will look like, the outward facing side of this piece, because it's knit wrong side, or inside out, I should say. Because who wants to purl all that? Not I. Probably not you either. But I'm really loving this. It's a mindless thing right now. I'm just knitting back and forth, back and forth. I do have my Charmedology Progress Keeper that came with the bag that I'm currently using. They partnered together. So this is from Charmedology. And this is Living in My Bag by Elena of Rows and Seams. And I love it. And it's great. And it's got this nice little handle. And I love it so much. And it's also very springy and reminds me of potentially cooler weather, even though we really don't have cooler weather in the springtime. One would argue if we really have a spring, but that's a whole other discussion. So that's my Weekender Light by Andrea Mowry. I'm fully enjoying it. So then we go into my cast on. Everyone, I did cast something on. Pearly Girls, this from May 26th to September 1st. We are hosting a fiber fun along. So all crafts are welcome. All fibery crafts are welcome. And it's literally any pattern that you want, which is great. There's no restrictions. Excuse me, I do apologize. So it's literally whatever pattern that you want. And I am using Knitting for Olive Merino, which we carry in this colorway, which is Hazel in Brown Bear. And then I'm using a little bit of Stash. This is Madeline Tosh Antler, because I literally need like less than 20 yards of it. This is my color palette. And I did talk about this a long time ago. I think I got this yarn for Christmas. I'm pretty sure either Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember which one. And I have had it sitting in my cubicle, cubby, whatever you want to call it, of projects to make. I'm currently making Gramps Revive by Isabel Kramer, and I have actually joined everything together. Again, I don't know how all this knitting happened, but it did, and I'm shocked. Because you have all the shaping up here, and then you separate everything, and you work on the left front, the back, the right front, and you do all of that, and then you join everything together. And I've already joined everything together, and I literally just cast it on. I don't remember when last week, but I cast it on last week. It was Thursday. Yeah. So this is not even a week's worth of knitting. I know, I'm very aware I do need a longer needle. I'm going to remedy that. I don't have one that I want to use. I would really like to use a ChiaoGoo, and I don't currently have a 32-inch for ChiaoGoo, so I'm going to get it when I go to work on Wednesday. The pros of working at a yarn shop. This is just, I'm having a fun old time, grand old time, and I'm now just knitting until I reach a certain length, and then I will do some stripies and do the ribbing, and then I'll be done with the body. Hello, do you want to come say hello? Are you being exploratory this morning? Hello? Where are you going? Just wandering around. And then I have the sleeves, obviously, and there will be a small little, like, collar button band of sorts. I am just... It's going much more quickly than I thought it would. What am I saying? Because I am knitting it on a 4. I don't often knit things on 4s. Especially when it comes to knitting things on with fingering weight, which I know that would be more like you'd be more likely to knit something on a 4. But that's what it called for, and because I know for me and the other things I've knit up with in Knitting for Olive, my gauge is a little looser, so I wanted to make sure that I went down and had a good gauge. I do have gauge with the 4, so that's good. And it's a more tightly knit garment than other Knitting for Olive things that I've knit in the past. So it's just an oversized cardigan. It's got a V-neck. It's a drop shoulder. It's great. It's Isabel Kramer. I love her so much. I've knit many of her patterns. Test knit many of her patterns. So we're just plugging along. This will be one of my, it will be going in a bigger bag for sure. I will be bringing this with me to my parents while I travel. And which is a nice segue into the other, I'm going to bring 2 projects with me because I'm only going to be gone for the weekend and we are going to the yarn shop, so I don't want to overdo it. And I'm also not going to be checking a bag because I don't want to deal with baggage claim. So we got to pack lightly here, which really isn't a problem, but when it comes to like bringing extra projects and extra yarn and stuff, that's where I get in trouble. Hopefully I'm not the only one who has that problem. So anyway, a wonderful friend very kindly gave me a lot of yarn recently, and in the wonderful yarn there's a lot of self-striping sock yarn. So I thought maybe this is the time to do some socks. Maybe. Why would I finish the socks that are currently on my needles? I need something new. We're gonna have a little refresh. I'm gonna get some nicer needles when I go to work on Wednesday. Tomorrow. I keep thinking today is Monday. Obviously, Memorial Day is always on Monday, but it just messes up the whole schedule of the week, the flow of the week. As would any holiday on any weekday. But we had fun, and it was very, very wonderful, and it was nice to have the day off. Anyway, so I have 2 colors that I'm looking at. There are some other colors, but they're more fall. They're a little bit more like wintry. There are some that I'm also very excited about, but I like love them so much that I don't want to do my first pair of socks back, I guess, in a while with that. I do love these as well, but there are some others that I love even more, and I kind of want to like save those. Anyway, so I have 1 skein of Kirby Werby self-striping yarn in the Fresh Air, Clean Water, and Sweet Acoustics colorway. I do not know a lot about her sock yarn. I honestly don't even know if she's doing it anymore. I don't think she is. Could be completely wrong. She could be. This is the soft and squishy base, which is superwash merino and nylon. Don't know how long the stripes are, but that's okay. So I'm excited for this, potentially. And then my other option is from Night Owl Fibers, who is actually a local dyer from Houston. And this is the Honeydukes colorway. So very springy, very just fun and summery. I really do like this though. I like the blue and the green and the orange and the purple. I like how vibrant the purple is. So that's fun, but I also like this. So we will see. These are my two options. Let me know what you think, if you have an opinion. And these are just, I think I'm really leaning towards this one. Nothing fancy, just, I don't know. So my plan is to get ChiaoGoo 9-inch circulars, because the 9-inch circulars that I have are not ChiaoGoo and they're wooden. They're clover, which are great. They get the job done for sure, but also I want to up my game, and I don't have any of those. The small size I have is 3, and I will need a 1 or a 2, I think. So, gonna do that. And that is all that I have. I need to get going soon, so we're gonna call it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I change up things and recording and all that kind of stuff. I have all the social medias, I have show notes, I have yarn store information, all that stuff. If I happen to miss anything, or if you just have a question or just want to say hello, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I would love to say hi. I have all the crafty plans. I hope you have crafty plans. I hope that they are successful. I will be coming back in 2 weeks. You will have an episode on the June 15th, and I will probably have some yarn acquisitions and probably a new cast on, and we'll see how far I get in all the other things. Maybe we'll have a finished object. I don't know. Maybe some socks, probably some socks. Will they be finished? I don't know. That is the true question. We will see. We will see. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Even though this was a shorter episode, I still appreciate it. You are wonderful. You are enough. And I hope you have a wonderful 2 weeks. I will see you all on the 15th. And with that, I will see you all later. Bye.